De mensen die geloven in het complot hebben het vaak over gebouw nummer 7. Dat was een wolkenkrabber van 47 verdiepingen naast de Twin Towers. Op 11 september 2001 heeft er brand gewoed, maar er is nooit een vliegtuig ingevlogen. Toch is ook dit gebouw op 11 september ingestort. Deze gebeurtenis heeft nooit veel aandacht gekregen en ook Danny Jowenko heeft er nooit van gehoord. Zijn reactie op de beelden die we laten zien is onbevangen.
Zie je vanaf boven gaan? Nee, je gaat vanaf onder.
Die gaat vanaf onder, ja.
Toch?
Ja.
Ze hebben gewoon kolommen weggeblazen. Er is nagesprongen.
Dit valt anders dan het World Trade Center.
Vind je niet dan?
Ja, je ziet het, de onderste verdiepingen gaan eerst.
Ja, en de rest zakt er gewoon in. Dus dit is controlled demolition.
Zeker weten?
Zeker weten. Er is nagesprongen. Dit is in opdracht gebeurd. Dit heeft een team gedaan van experts.
Maar dit is ook op 11 september gebeurd.
Dezelfde dag?
Dezelfde dag.
Dezelfde dag? Weet je dat zeker?
Ja.
Was het zeker weten de 11e? Dat kan geen waar zijn.
7 uur nadat de World Trade Center naar beneden viel.
Ja? Hebben ze hard gewerkt.
In het officiële onderzoeksrapport van FEMA staat dat ze niet kunnen verklaren waarom gebouw nummer 7 is ingestort. Uitgebreid bespreken we alle mogelijke oorzaken met Danny Jowenko.
Dat weet ik niet precies, maar ze hebben wel...
Maar hij blijft erbij dat het gebouw is opgeblazen.
Het is vakwerk, zonder meer. We weten heel goed wat ze doen, die jongens.
De vraag is dan, is zoiets van tevoren voorbereid of kan dat op 11 september zelf nog zijn besloten en uitgevoerd?
Met hoeveel man heeft u hoeveel tijd nodig om dat te doen?
Dat weet ik niet precies, maar...
Maakt u een inschatting?
Ja, dan moet je wel ervaren mensen hebben, maar als je een man of 30, 40 zou hebben... Kijk, een paar met de snijbrander, de rest brengt hem aan. Andere mensen sluiten dat deadcord met die boosters aan. Dat moet allemaal precies op hetzelfde moment gaan. En weer een derde die zet de elektronische systemen erop. En dan gaat hij.
Terwijl overal brand was en ook in dat gebouw was brand.
Dat is niet geblust.
Ze hebben de brand niet geblust. Dus de mensen die dat moesten doen, die moesten het doen terwijl het binnen nog brandde.
Ja, dat is vreemd. Dat is vreemd. Dat vind ik ook heel vreemd. Daar heb ik geen verklaring voor.
Danny Jowenko.
Hi, is Danny there?
Yes, that's me.
Hi, Danny. Hi, my name's Jeff. I'm calling you from Canada.
Hello.
Hi, I was just wondering, real quickly, I know you had commented on World Trade Center Building 7 before.
Yes, that's right.
And I've come to my conclusions, too, that it couldn't have came down by fire.
No, absolutely not.
Are you still sticking by your comments where you say it must have been a controlled demolition?
Absolutely.
Yes? And you as being a controlled demolitions expert, you've looked at the building, you've looked at the video, and you've determined with your expertise that...
I looked at the drawings, the construction, and it couldn't be done by fire. No, absolutely not.
Okay, because I was reading on the internet, people were asking about you, and they said, I heard something that Danny Jowenko retracted his statement of what he said earlier about World Trade Center 7, now saying that it came down by fire. And I said, there's no way that's true.
No, absolutely not.
Because if anybody was when I've called controlled demolitions here in North America,
yes,
they tell me that, oh, it's possible it came down from fire and this and that and stuff like that.
Listen, when the FEMA makes a report that it came down by fire and you have to earn your money in the States as a controlled demolition company, and you say, no, it was a controlled demolition, you're gone, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You'll be in a lot of trouble if you say that, right?
Of course. That's the end of the end of the story.
Yeah, because I was calling demolitions companies just to ask them if they use the term "pull it" in demolition terms, and even Controlled Demolitions Incorporated said they did, but the other people didn't want to talk to me about Building 7 really, because they knew what happened and they didn't want to say it, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm very sorry for bothering you, and thank you very much for your time, sir.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, thank you very much. You have a good day.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ariana? enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we. We must never stop thinking about how best to defend our country. We must always be forward-thinking.
This is the timeline. The South Tower of the World Trade Center was hit around 9 o'clock. Then the North Tower was hit. Air traffic in the U.S. was closed about 9:30. President Bush spoke from Florida. At that time, he's spoken since via videotape from Louisiana. Around 10 o'clock, a plane crashed at the helicopter pad at the Pentagon, did damage, set fire to portions of the Pentagon. There have been some casualties. Any dead, we don't know. There were some injured because we saw them at the Pentagon. Then the South Tower incredibly collapsed. Then the North Tower, the Twin Towers, the World Trade Center collapsed. And one pauses after you say that because, you know, it's almost unbelievable. And then there was a plane crash in Somerset County, Pennsylvania. That's in the Pittsburgh area. Now,
let us never tolerate outrageous conspiracy theories concerning the attacks of September the 11th. Malicious lies that attempt to shift the blame away from the terrorists themselves, away from the guilty.
An inside job? How dare you? How dare you?
I'm starting to get real bothered by all this.
Okay, I wish to discuss the issue of Dutch demolitions expert Danny Jowenko, who was assassinated in a staged, managed car crash to make it look like he lost control of his vehicle. This is a typical method by Secret Service to get rid of people they don't like. They can arrange a suicide, they can arrange a car crash. A similar thing happened to Austrian Freedom Party leader Jorge Haider in Austria. He was obviously killed in an assassination. The police obviously are not going to investigate this because this is an authorized job. The methods by all people these days include making a suicide, arranging a heart attack, or a car crash, or a plane crash, or something along those lines. Mr. Jowenko is one in a long line of people associated with 9/11 Truth who have been killed in totally absurd circumstances. He died, he was killed, he was murdered. There's no room for doubt on this at all. There's just too many coincidences. There have just been too many people who've been killed to pretend that this can be anything other than an inside job. Now, Danny Jowenko is not really a member of the 9/11 Truth movement. What happened was a Dutch TV show approached Mr. Jowenko, showed him footage of Building 7, the Larry Silverstein-owned property in New York that collapsed at 5:20 p.m. on the same day as 9/11, which oddly enough the BBC reported collapsed 20 minutes earlier. And he said categorically that this was a controlled demolition. In Dutch he said "zeker, which apparently means certainly. And he never changed his mind about that, he never changed his opinion. He was a very brave man, he knew that the danger he was in, but he was not prepared to alter his testimony, despite the fact that he was a reluctant witness to this event because he didn't really understand the implications. It seems to me that the moment he said that the demolition was an inside job, or that rather the Building 7 was a controlled demolition, he effectively signed his own death sentence. Now what these perps do by murdering people is just to send a warning to other people who might be tempted to say something to experts such as demolition experts, to shut up and say nothing. Anyone in the demolitions business who notices what happened to Jowenko must know that if they follow suit and admit what they must professionally know, that they themselves will be killed. That is why I believe that Charlie Sheen, the American actor, will almost certainly be killed in the near future. Indeed, they've already killed him, hypothetically, in one of his TV shows. I did a YouTube on this, and I hope I'm proven wrong, but sadly I think it's going to be likely I'm proven right. I do hope Charlie Sheen can take security measures. One thing for sure, he certainly shouldn't employ any Israeli security guards. That's a madness, because if anyone will do it, it's most likely the Mossad will do that, because Israel has the most to lose for when the 9/11 cat is out of the bag. It's going to be very bad news for Israel when the public eventually realise that Israel is responsible for 9/11 along with America. It was a joint operation. I'm not blaming Israel exclusively. Only a tiny minority of Israelis participated in this event, but no doubt most of the Israelis do know it. I do wish that more Israelis would come forward to state that 9/11 was an inside job. I think world jury demands a high standard from Israelis and Jews, and I think it's up to Jewish people to condemn Israel for this atrocious crime against humanity. But the well-being, or the future well-being of Jewish people depends upon Jewish people acknowledging this terrible crime, which has been committed in association with the United States, a joint operation of unbelievable wickedness. So, you know, to conclude, I wish to salute Danny Jowenko. I feel so sorry that you died for nothing, that you were murdered. All you did was give your professional opinion, and I do hope that other people will come forward to be witnesses to truth and speak truth to power, and hopefully we can wrap this up. But I don't think Danny Jowenko will be the last person to die, and indeed I have to say that I myself feel quite endangered, even in my own small way, being a total nobody and no one ever heard of me really, apart from my tiny number of viewers on YouTube. That I myself am scared for my own personal safety. But nothing is greater than the pursuit of truth. We cannot allow this horrible crime to go unpunished, and I urge everyone to please look into this issue and to investigate 9/11, which was an inside job. Thank you.